In Judge's courtroom, emotions rise as a divorce hearing turns into chaos. A husband with nowhere to go, a wife desperate for answers, and a judge caught between compassion and control. What starts as a routine case quickly becomes a struggle for stability, sanity, and truth.
All right, you've heard that you're behind the Ferguson case, which was set on the docket as the first contested case to be heard today because it had been passed, I think, one time before. Is that right? Twice. So I'm going to be taking the Ferguson case up, so you'll be behind that. It'll give you plenty of time to work
Yes.
whatever you can work out. So.
Yes, sir. Thank
All
you.
right.
Honor, if we could bring my client.
We're asking him to start his video, so there he is. All right, on the Brown case then.
Yes, Your Honor. That was a matter that was set at the first of the week on Monday on your docket, and it got continued until today. And I hate to ask, but I just need one opportunity to speak with my client shortly, and then we may be able to resolve that matter. I don't know, but I've been
That's
in
fine.
court every day for the...
You're in the Ferguson case, and that's what's next up, but I'll give you an opportunity to try to talk about your other matters before we take it up.
If we can talk about this one, and then we'll be ready to start on Ferguson.
Then we'll just take a short recess
Thank you, Your Honor.
and let Mr. Kirby know that his case is already come and gone. So.
Just stay put, Mr. Brown. We'll call you back in when we're ready, okay?
All right, we'll stand in recess for probably around 15 minutes.
The court begins with confusion, multiple cases colliding, schedules clashing, and tempers running thin. Attorney after attorney explains delays, missed filings, and clients who can't even be reached. Judge listens patiently, but the tension in the room builds with every passing second.
All right. My understanding is you have an agreement or an announcement to make on the Brown.
We don't have necessarily an agreement or announcement, Your Honor, but I will explain what's going on. On Monday, Ms. Roberts and I were in agreement that we were going to try and find a resolution to this case. Ms. Roberts has conveyed to me just now her proposition for the resolution of this case. I'm not going to be able to discuss that with my client and get it resolved today, as he is coming across country with an RV because he currently has nowhere to live. The wife has kicked him out of the home. So I'm going to make a verbal motion to continue. It seems like y'all got plenty to do today anyway, so that I've got some time to discuss the proposition with my client. Also, Your Honor, I have not been able to file an income and expense statement or an asset and liability statement because of communication issues with my client, which I do think that I have been able to resolve, and I don't believe that we have the same from Ms. Roberts either.
I have mine ready to see.
Well, it sounds like to me, from what I'm told, that Mr. Van Voort in your case is going to take most of the day, and then after that I have a case that's behind that, the Smithson versus Dixon, that has a number of motions, so it doesn't sound like we're going to get to your case.
Your Honor, the only thing that I want to put on the record and make sure is that this is a situation where we had filed the divorce because there's significant issues. It hasn't raised...
As the Brown case is called, shocking details emerge. The husband is traveling cross-country in an RV after being kicked out by his wife. Homeless, struggling, and unreachable, his life is unraveling faster than the court can schedule a hearing.
Where I felt it was appropriate to get an ex parte restraining order, but it could rapidly get that way. We appeared on Monday, wherein my client, the testimony would show that my client had said that her husband, Mr. Brown, had left and gone to South Carolina to be with his brother, and was continually texting and contacting and emailing about his mental state, and that he didn't know what he was going to do. He has some significant mental health issues that he manages rather than by conventional medicine, by the administration of illegal drugs, and self-medicates himself. parties have an 11-year-old child. And so it's a scenario where he had not been in town, and as I understand it, had not been in communication with his attorney to get ready for the hearing. We passed it to today. I was in court on both Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of this week. So again,
The wife's attorney raises serious concerns, messages about mental health, erratic behavior, and possible drug use. She insists he needs to be tested before things spiral out of control. The courtroom grows quiet as the judge weighs the gravity of those words.
Ms. Jackson Smith and I were not able to discuss resolving the matter, but again, and then as I understand it, Mr. Brown drove with his mother to Colorado and is bringing an RV home to live in. So it's a scenario where it could escalate pretty quickly. If Your Honor's inclined, because again, time constraints, I understand that if Your Honor's inclined to grant this continuance, what I would ask is that Mr. Brown be ordered to submit himself to an extended panel nail bed test between now and a certain time. I give him 36 hours to go and complete that. I don't know what time he plans on arriving back from Colorado.
I have not heard anything in this case up to this point, correct?
No, sir, Your Honor.
When's your next chancery day?
Even with a full docket and limited time, the judge remains firm yet fair. He agrees to continue the hearing, giving both sides a chance to gather evidence. But before dismissing the case, he issues a clear order: both husband and wife must undergo drug testing within 48 hours.
On what?
That's next Tuesday. It's because I have to be in front of you in Ashland City on Monday, here on Tuesday, and then back in front of you on Wednesday.
Again, Judge, I don't know that I can get it done that fast.
All right. What's your next day after that?
11/6.
Should be able to do that.
11/6.
Judge, I apologize. I left my calendar in.
It's all right. I tell you, you're not in front of me because I start the State versus Cordarius Godwin rape trial on the 6th here in Charlotte. So.
I don't, and that's a Judge Lockhart MASH day again. But that's also a Wallace day and a Turnbow day in another county. That's the only thing I'm here on 11/12.
I'm here on a criminal.
Well, if you're here on a criminal trial on the 12th, it's not going to be possible for you to hear this case,
I
right?
think it would.
Oh, that I knew I had something on the 6th, Judge. I'm having eye surgery, so I knew I had something going on. That's next Thursday, and I'm having eye surgery, and I won't be able to see for approximately 3 or 4 days.
After the 12th.
We have Marlin versus Marlin on the 25th of November. And is that expected to last all day?
It's a contempt on failure to pay alimony and their counter petition to modify alimony.
I mean, that's you and
Mr.
the
Bates.
case I'm hearing, and Doug Bates, the 17th. And
I mean, I don't mind putting it on that day.
I fly out that day.
The lawyers push for more time, citing the weekend and upcoming surgery. The judge listens, then calmly makes the final call, Monday, by close of business. His tone is final, his decision absolute. The courtroom exhales, knowing this battle is far from over.
Roberts?
I'm looking, Judge. I'm sorry. I apologize, I didn't get done in court over here until after 5 yesterday, and I left my calendar in my car with my other bag that I didn't go back to
Well,
the
double check
office.
on, if you need to
So,
go out to your car to check it, that's fine. My only thought would be, it sounds like that's probably the first day we can give you. I am going to grant your continuance because it's unlikely that, this was not a regular chancery day that I had assigned on my schedule. I gave it out in a lapse of judgment on my part to, because I thought, that there were some things that needed to be heard. So we just concluded a multi-day criminal trial yesterday afternoon. This case is the last on the docket, so I'm going to bump it to that December the 3rd. Is that what it was?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
December the 3rd.
I think I've got to be here on a Mangrum final hearing. So, I'm
All
sorry.
right, then that settles it.
Yes, sir.
December the 3rd. In the interim period, both parties are going to submit themselves to an extended panel hair follicle. I have no evidence before me other than argument as to the fact that there's any drug use, so
That's great.
what's good for him is good for her. We'll order that both of them undergo
Can we do a nail bed test, Your Honor?
whatever test that is requested, nail bed test, and that will be within the next 48 hours.
In 48 hours.
Judge, is there any way that we can get it we can at least get it to Monday? Because it's Friday, it's Halloween.
That's true.
We got Saturday, Sunday.
Close of business Monday,
Close of business Monday.
the 3rd of November
Yes, sir.
at 6 p.m. Have the test performed by that time.
As the gavel falls, the judge's message is clear: accountability cuts both ways. No one leaves untouched, and no truth stays hidden for long. In this courtroom, justice may be delayed, but it won't be denied.